Morning, guys. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. Welcome. Hey, Tiffany. Hey, Sydney. Hey, Mrs. Coach. Hey, beautiful. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Hey, Canadians over here. Nice to see you on YouTube. Welcome. Good morning. Good morning. Good Friday. Hey, Serenity. Hey, guys. Hey, Nicole. So glad you guys are hanging out. Hey, Ed. Hey, Britt. Hey, Mom. Hey, guys. Hey, Amber. Oh, if I don't have you. Okay, I can do that one. I can sing that. Hey, from Brazil. Goodness sakes. Hi, Amy. Hey, Lillian. Thanks for hanging out, guys. Amber, I will sing a little bit of I Don't Have You for sure. Hey, Nicole. Good to see you guys. Hey, Destiny. It's Good Friday, guys. My goodness. It is sunny over here in Nashville. How is it where you are? Hey, Sarah from Kelowna. Oh, man, amazing. Pathways in Fort Wayne. Yes. Hey. Good morning, Lisa. Hey, Jay. How's it going, man? Well, guys, let's get to it. Good to see all of you. Hey, Glennis. Hey, Tiffany. Sunny. Good. Awesome. I know, it's so nice when the sun is shining. So awesome. Snowing in Ohio. What? Goodness sakes. Well, if it's sunny, then it won't last long if it's like where I'm from. Well, I had somebody ask for this song, and I have not played it. I couldn't even tell you when I've played Louder, Closer, Deeper. It's been so long. But I felt like it was a good one to do this morning, so I'm going to see if I can fumble my way through it. All my accolades do not define me. Standing on a stage doesn't qualify me. You're my first call when life hits hard. You're my portion when I let things. If I lose my voice, I will only hear you speak. Louder, louder, lose it all, I will only find you are closer, closer, death to life, tears to laughter. You work all things to take me deeper. So glad I lost myself, 'cause that's where you found me. All my shadow days, they're put behind me. From my failures, you brought freedom. From my sickness, you brought healing. If I lose my voice, I will only find you are louder, louder, lose it all, I will only find you are closer, closer, death to life, tears to laughter. You work all things to take me deeper. Speak louder, draw closer, come and take me deeper. Speak louder, draw closer. Speak louder, draw closer, come and take me deeper. Speak louder, draw closer. Why don't you make that your prayer? Come on, sing it out. Speak louder, draw closer, come and take me deeper. Speak louder, draw closer. If I lose my voice, I'll only hear you speak. Louder, louder, lose it all, I will only find you are closer, closer, death to life, tears to laughter. You work all things to take me deeper. Speak louder, draw closer, come and take me deeper. Speak louder, draw closer. closer. Speak louder, talk closer. Come and take me deeper. What can wash away my sin? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. What can make me whole again? Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Oh, precious is the flow that makes me white as snow. No other fount I know. Nothing but the blood of Jesus. Nothing but the blood of Jesus. He is with us. He is with us always. He is with us. He is with us always. He is with us. He is with us always. He is with us. He is with us always. God is with us. Man, thank you, God, for being with us this morning. Thank you that you sacrificed everything for us, absolutely held nothing back for us, held nothing back from us, so we don't have to hold anything back from you this morning. You've given us everything so we can come to you with everything. God, you've made a way for us to come to you. You've made a way. You took away all the barriers and boundaries and walls and curtains, and you just cut right through. You've made a way for us to come, God, and we're so grateful. We just want to say thank you this morning. Thank you that there is just nothing between us anymore. There's nothing between us. We can just come to you as we are, God. We can just come to you today. We just want to say thank you for that, God. Amen. Oh, kind of wasn't with you guys. I was just with the Lord there for a little bit. But good morning. Thank you for hanging out. Man, it's so crazy to me. When I wrote Louder, Closer, Deeper with Chris, I had just lost my voice. I completely lost my voice for the first time in my life. I had nothing there at all. And it was the last day of 200 shows. We had played Winter Jam. We'd been on the road, basically, literally 200 shows straight. And we had just moved from Canada to Nashville. And I had my dream come true. Like, I had been singing into my hairbrush since I was literally like 3. And I'd finally gotten to sing in arenas and churches and just everywhere. I was just going for it. And I was so grateful and so happy, but it changed in the middle of those 200 dates. It changed from doing what I loved through his strength to doing, going after it myself, and just getting tired and worn out and really frazzled and just overwhelmed, and just, something that was a gift from the Lord to me had turned into something that I was doing to sort of earn approval. And it just kind of got unhealthy for a minute there. And it wasn't on purpose. It was really unintentional. It was just so much busyness and so much hustle. And so I remember the last show of Winter Jam, I sang my last note and I just felt something in my throat just kind of give out. And that was the beginning of, I think it was about 3 months straight of vocal rest. I didn't talk, I didn't sing, I didn't do anything. And I couldn't use what I felt like God had given me to use for him. I couldn't do it. And it was like, have you ever had the thing that you're sort of known for taken away from you? Maybe it's your job, maybe it's a relationship, maybe it's a friendship, a circle of people that you're a part of that make you feel sort of like cool and known, and all these things that give us identity and give us worth, and we don't even really know it sometimes until it's gone. And that is exactly where I found myself. I found myself with the thing that I was known for that gave me worth completely taken away. And I remember being in church that Sunday, and I remember I had never in my life been in church and not been able to worship the way I thought worship was meant to be, singing. Worship to me was singing. And I remember standing in church and bawling my eyes out, tears falling down my face with my hands in the air. And I was so mad. I was so mad at the Lord in that moment. I was so frustrated that the thing he'd given me to use for him, to build his kingdom, was gone. And I literally yelled out to the Lord. I was like, God, can you just take me out of this situation? You're the healer. I know you can heal me. So just heal me right now. Just heal me, God. Give me back my voice. I hate being here. And I felt so clearly Holy Spirit say to me, I'm not going to take you out of your situation, but I'm going to take you through. I'm going to take you through. And that's what he did. It was 3 months of him taking me through losing what I thought was my identity and finding my worth and my identity in him. Realizing that if I never sang another note in my entire life, I was completely loved and completely known by him. It wasn't about what I do. It was all about what he did for me. And that changed everything for me. It was like he built a brand new foundation, working from who he was, not working out of who I am, working from his strength, not out of my own. And realizing that, you know what? It's a gift from him. It's a gift from him to be used for him. It's not something I possess and own. It's a gift. And I will use it as much as I can for as long as I can, but it's a gift. It's not mine. It's from him. And from that moment on, I've never again worked from a place of I get to do this because of what I earned and what I did. I get to do this because of what he did for me. And I feel like today, that's really what Good Friday is all about. We are not saved because of what we've done. We're saved because of what he has done for us. What he's done for us. I'm not saved because of what I do. I'm saved because of what he has done for me. And so I don't know what you feel like in this season that you're suffering in the middle of, what you feel like you've lost. Because I'm sure we all feel that in some ways, right? Some of us are home with no work, with no paycheck. Some of us are thinking we're going to have this big graduation ceremony and we're just home trying to figure out how to finish school. Some of us are home with our families and we're not homeschool teachers and we're trying to figure out what to do. I don't know how you feel that you're suffering in this season. I don't know what you feel like you've lost. But I just know that instead of praying, God, take me out of this situation, if we can pray, God, take me through, it will change everything. It will change everything. Because as soon as you pray, take me through, then we hear him louder, we feel him closer, and we can go deeper with him. And I feel like if on this Good Friday, that can be our prayer, God, you went through suffering for me. You went through it. You actually prayed, God, if there's another way, could we do this another way? But there was no other way. So he went through suffering on the cross for us. He went through it. And now he wants us to take us through anything that we're facing in the middle of this pandemic. He wants to take us through. He wants to speak louder to us. When I lost my voice, I heard him louder because I wasn't doing all the talking. It's like I lost my voice to find his. What have you lost in this season or feel like you've lost so that you can feel him closer and know him deeper? That is what Good Friday is really about. It's him taking us through our suffering, through our situations, showing us that he's never going to leave us or forsake us. Never. That is the promise that we hold on to, especially in this pandemic when it feels like we have lost so much. So many of us feel disappointed. So many of us feel let down. So many of us feel like we don't know how it's going to look on the other side. But you know what? We do know that he is never going to forsake us. We do know that he's going to take us through. We do know that we're going to hear him louder and closer and know him deeper than we've ever known him before if we allow ourselves to go there with him. It's up to us, isn't it? It's always up to us because he's always the same. He's always the same. His promises are always the same. But it's really up to us if we choose to allow this to take us deeper. If we choose to allow him to use what feels like suffering to know him closer than we've ever known him before. That chorus is, when I lose my voice, I will only find you are louder. If I lose it all, I will only find you're closer. Death to life, tears to laughter. You work all things to take me deeper. He wants to use all things in this season to take you deeper. He wants to remind you on this Good Friday that he suffered and went through suffering and death on a cross so that you could know him, so that you could have everything you need for this life. Man, I am so encouraged that that is the promise. That is the promise that I'm standing on. So I'll read this verse of the day, and then I'm going to go help Chris because I hear my kids yelling in the background. Chris is such a hero. He was going to hang out with me and play a song because that's what we do together, right? But sometimes in this season, it's a lot of divide and conquer because we have both boys at home, and they are the real deal. They are 2.5 and 4, and they want to be around us if we're around. And I want to be around them for the most part. During this yelling, I'm okay that he's the one in there. But I'm about to step back in a second. So anyways, we're still in Romans, guys. We just keep soldiering through Romans because there's just so much here. It's incredible. Romans 5, and we are in verse 6. Christ arrives right on time to make this happen. He didn't and doesn't wait for us to get ready. He doesn't wait for us to get ready. He presented himself for his sacrificial death when we were far too weak and rebellious to do anything to get ourselves ready. I mean, goodness sakes, it's one thing when you do something for somebody because you're going to get into the cool friendship group, or you're going to get that promotion, or you're going to get that raise, or you're going to get that boyfriend, or you're going to get in the good books with God because you did that thing for him. God did this for us when we had done nothing. In fact, we'd done stuff against him. We hadn't done anything to deserve it. Man, that's true love. That's true love. We can understand someone dying for a person worth dying for. We can understand how someone good and noble could inspire us to self-sacrifice, but God put his love on the line for us by offering his son in sacrificial death while we were of no use whatever to him. Today is all about what he did for us, not about what we do for him. If we can get a hold of the fact that he went through suffering, death on a cross for us, then we can be reminded that we can make it through anything because we have him. We can make it through anything. We don't have to barely survive, but we can thrive because of what we have through him. Today can be a day, if you've been fighting against this whole pandemic, and believe me, it's a day-to-day situation in our house, in my life, in my heart. But if you've been fighting against it, if you've been saying, God, take me out of this situation, maybe today you can pray, God, take me through. May I know you deeper. May I know you closer than ever before at the end of all of this. Thank you for what you've done for me. Thank you for the sacrifice you made. Thank you that you endured it all because you just love me that much, not because I had done anything to deserve it or earn it, just because you love me that much. I hope this Good Friday is actually the freshest, most memorable Good Friday that you have ever had, that you understand and identify with him in a deeper way than ever before because of what you're in the middle of, that you could know him in a new way. I love you guys so much. I hope that you have a fantastic day with your families, at home, with the Lord. And if you're frustrated and if you're like, God, why do we have to go through this? Say, or God, can you take me out of this? Maybe that's what you've been praying. Change it to God, take me through. God, take me through. I want to know you more. I want to know you more. Thank you that you did all this for me when I was so undeserving. That is true love. May I love like that. Thank you, Suzanne. The kids are never as loud as their mom thinks they are. Maybe that's true. I'm going to hold on to that. What version of the message do you have? I think there's just one version of the message. I think. This is just the message. And I was reading, if you want to go back and read it for yourself, Romans 5. And I was reading verses 6 to 8. I also posted it on both my I Am Jody King page and on the Love and the Outcome page. And I was singing Louder, Closer, Deeper. That was the song I was singing. That song I don't sing very often because it's such a personal song for me. But yeah, so Kristen, Romans 5, verses 6 to 8 in the Message translation. He first loved us. That's right, Melissa. Thank you guys for hanging out. Oh man, I've missed all the messages on Instagram, like every single one. Yeah, the message might not be the most accurate, but I find that it's such a good, it's helpful for me, even if it's missing something from, the old school language. It helps me because it just speaks a little bit more how I speak. And I feel like when I talk to God, I want to talk to him like I talk to Chris, like I talk to my best friend. And I feel like when I read the message, it really helps me with that. So, but I agree, there's so many different ways to read it. Whatever speaks to you, go read it. I find it helpful to read a whole bunch of translations and receive what God's saying in a whole bunch of different ways. So, love it, guys. Thanks for hanging out. Oh yeah, I promised you that I was going to sing next live. Could you share how you came to know Jesus? Yeah, I love that. I'm always coming to know him in deeper ways, but I can definitely share where it started. Yes, I can sing a chorus of, what did you ask me to sing again? I think you asked me to sing, If I Don't Have You. That's right. If I Don't Have You. Yes, I have louder, closer, deeper in my head, but let me get into this headspace for a second. If I don't have you. Oh yeah. How can I build your kingdom if I'm building my own? How can you be my treasure if I'm digging for gold? How can you be my fire if my heart has gone cold? How can you be my future if I made this my home? How can I? I don't want the world if I don't have you. I don't want it all if it means I lose you. I've tasted and I've seen enough to know it's you I need. I don't want the world if I don't have you. I don't want the world if I don't have you. I don't want it all if it means I lose you. I've tasted and I've seen enough to know it's you I need. I don't want the world if I don't have you. I give you every failure, every dream, every mountaintop. Give you everything I thought of me. Nail it to the cross. Leave behind me what is ashes and what will be dust. All I have, you my God. All else will be lost. 'Cause I don't want the world if I don't have you. I don't want it all if it means I lose you. I've tasted and I've seen enough to know it's you I need. I don't want the world if I don't have you. If I don't have you. That's a good one. Thanks for reminding me. That's a good one to sing on Easter and on Good Friday. Maybe I'll pop back on with Chris and he can play that one because I don't usually play that one, even though I know the basic chords. He always plays that one on the guitar, so maybe we'll pop back on because that is a powerful one. Man, I love that one. I don't want the world. I don't want the world if I don't have you. Give you every failure, every dream, every mountaintop. Give you everything I thought of me. Nail it to the cross. Leave behind me what is ashes and what will be dust. All I am to you, my God. All else will be lost if I don't have you. Man, he's all we need, right? He is all we need. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hanging out on this Good Friday. Hope you have a wonderful time. and get back into Romans 5, verses 6 to 8. Read it and let it be your story meeting his story. Let your story meet his story this morning. I find sometimes with the really big truths of Scripture that he died on the cross for us, that can seem like an ancient story, something that happened so long ago. And it's like, how do you ever feel like that? Like, how does Good Friday apply to my life? And it's like, man, for me today, it's if he went through suffering for me, then I can go through this suffering with him. I can go through this pandemic with him, and it can be an opportunity to know him closer, to know him deeper, and more than I've ever known him before. So I hope this story can be personal, not just something you've read in the Bible a million times, but something that draws you in because of what we're going through. Let that affect how you read the story of Good Friday and Easter. May it be fresh for you. Love you guys. We are saved and set free because of what he did on the cross, not because of what we do, but because of what he did. So just lean into that today. Love you guys. Have a great one.